Hello everyone. So last time we had stopped after the disease, and the last topic that we had talked was about fungal infection, and later on we had also talked about personal hygiene and public hygiene. Now let us see the next topic, which is talking about immunity. So what do you understand by immunity? That is actually the capacity or ability of our body to fight against the disease causing organism that enter into our body. Now how to define it? So in order to define, how can we define? That is the ability of host to fight the disease causing organism that is conferred by immune system, and that is called as what? Immunity. Now these disease causing organism can be any microorganisms like bacteria, virus, or their toxins that is produced by these microorganisms. Now how to classify immunity? Immunity can be broadly classified into two types, that is innate and acquired. That is innate acquired immunity. Innate immunity can also be called as inborn or otherwise non-specific defense mechanism. Likewise, acquired immunity can also be named as adaptive or specific defense mechanism. Now further, let us elaborate about innate immunity. When we go further to classify or elaborate the innate immunity, this can be further classified into external defense and internal defense. Now external defense can also be called as what? First line of defense. And likewise internal defense can also be called as second line of defense. Now first line of defense is given by further classified to physical and chemical barrier. Physical barrier is provided by two kinds, that is skin and the mucous membrane, whereas the second one is chemical barrier, which is provided by the chemicals that is secreted by skin and mucous membrane. The examples over here are, that is secretion from the skin, that is skin secretion, saliva, tears, bile, GIT secretion. What is the full form of GIT? You understand? You remember? Gastrointestinal tract. Nasal secretion, and then last vaginal secretion. Likewise, when we move to the second one, that is external defense, classified under the first line of defense mechanism, that is internal defense, or that also can be called as second line of defense, which is provided by WBCs, macrophages, inflammatory response, fever, interferons, and complement system. Now here complement system word I have added here, but we don't have to go further into much detail about it. According to the syllabus and according to requirement for even NEET, if at all it will come for NEET, the name you have to remember, complement system. We are not going to elaborate and discuss more in detail about this. Now let us move on to the acquired immunity. Acquired immunity, also called as adaptive or specific defense mechanism. This is also called as what? Third line of defense. Means what? The first line of defense that is provided by the external, first line of defense is provided by the physical and chemical barrier. We discussed about the skin, the mucous membrane, and the chemical produced by the skin and the mucous membrane. The second line of defense comes into action when first line of defense fails to prevent the entry of microorganisms into our body. Now we are talking the next one, acquired or adaptive or specific defense mechanism, that is the third line of defense. This is divided into or classified into two broadly, that is natural or active immunity, and second one is artificial or passive immunity. Now both of these, that is if I am talking about acquired or adaptive or specific defense mechanism, as I discussed just now, I said it is classified into natural and artificial. Natural also is called as active immunity, and artificial also is called as passive immunity. Both of these are conferred or otherwise provided, comes into action with the help of antibodies that are produced by the immune system of our body in response to the entry of microorganism from outside our body. We will move on to the first one. Under immunity, we talked about innate immunity. Now, what do you understand by innate immunity? This is also called as non-specific defense mechanism, which is present in our body from the time of birth only. And this is accomplished by providing different types of barrier to the entry of foreign antigen into our body. The innate immunity consists of 4 types of barrier. Let us discuss one by one these 4 types of barrier. The first barrier is physical barrier. Now, physical barrier is the first line of defense. As earlier we discussed, first line of defense is what? The physical barrier. Over here, the skin, first one, and second one is the mucous coating of the epithelial lining of the respiratory tract, gastrointestinal tract, and urogenital tract. Once again, what is that? Physical barrier provided by skin, which is the first line of defense. This is the main barrier of our body which can prevent the entry of microorganisms. Second one is mucous coating of the epithelial lining, which is present in the respiratory tract, gastrointestinal tract. In short, we can write as GIT tract, that is GIT only, and then urogenital tract. All these 3 help in trapping the microbes that enter into our body. The second one is physiological barrier. The first one is the acid. You remember we have studied about dilute hydrochloric acid, which is produced in the stomach, which kills the microorganism that enter along with the food and water into our body. Second one is the saliva, which is produced in the mouth by the salivary gland. And the third one is what? Tears, that is produced from the lacrimal gland of our eyes. Now, this saliva and tears, both of them contain an enzyme. That enzyme is named as lysozyme. Lysozyme, lysozyme. This prevents the microbial growth. If you remember in 11th class, you have studied about the cell wall of bacteria. That is, gram-positive bacteria is made up of peptidoglycan layer. So this lysozyme, what it can do, it can break the cell wall of bacteria, and as a result of that, after osmosis, the entry of water takes place, the cell is going to become more turgid, it is going to swell up and then burst and die. So as a result, what happens? We are getting protection with the help of saliva and tears just because of presence of this lysozyme enzyme. The third one is the cellular barrier. Cellular barrier is considered as what? Second line of defense. When the first line of defense, that is the skin, fails, so at that time what happens? The second line of defense comes into action and takes care of the prevention of infection. Certain types of leukocyte, that is WBCs, are there in our body. Like first one is what? PMNL neutrophils. You understand what is neutrophil? It is a type of WBC. It is named over here as what? Polymorphonuclear leukocyte. In short, PMNL neutrophil. Second one is monocytes. Third one is natural killer cell in the blood, that is a type of lymphocyte we are going to discuss later. And the fourth one is macrophages, which are present in the tissue. All these 4 can carry out phagocytosis and destroy the microbes. You understand what is phagocytosis? You remember about amoeba, which phagocytoses the food. Likewise, we are having our monocytes and neutrophil. We have studied these 2 in 11th class. The fourth barrier is cytokine. Now cytokine, what happens here in this case? The virus infected cells are there. They produce certain kinds of protein. These proteins are called as interferons, which give protection to healthy cells, that is non-infected cells, so that they are not going to get infected by virus. That means what? They are getting protection. They protect the non-infected cells from further viral infection. So that is about the 4 barriers of innate immunity.